Welcome to another edition of Beat This Game Today Challenge Edition for TMNT 3. Jesus Christ. This was offered up by my good friend Benevolent Dick NES.
Today.
The rules of the challenge are you can only use a special move of any of the turtles that you pick, and you are allowed to use the Konami code where you can get 7 lives. So, I will admit this as well too. I had a run of this done a couple days ago. When I went to edit it, I noticed that the file that I had recorded on was corrupted, so I had to redo this. This run ended up being better than that run anyways, but still, it wasn't that much better. Interesting run here. You're gonna see me do bad in some places that should be easy, and in some of the harder parts I do really good, so I don't know. I probably could have gotten a lot farther, but I don't know. I don't think the point of the challenge necessarily is to see how far you can get just like by practicing over and over, because I'm sure, you know, if this was given some time I could probably get close to the end, but I mean, either way. What else was I gonna say? Oh, you're gonna see me mess up a lot too, and you'll see me sometimes hit these enemies with just regular attacks. I will go ahead and admit this first. When I told Benny, the hardest thing that I found about this challenge and the most frustrating is trying to get this special move to work. Now, some people might think that's like a cop-out, or that's some bullshit, or maybe I'm, you know, I said that to cover up my times where I didn't want to use a special move. That's not true, or believe whatever you want to believe. Bottom line is, this, you know, there's 2 buttons on the NES controller, so the special move is triggered by pressing both those buttons. Now, on the way it should be is you should have to push those 2 buttons at the same time, which is in a lot of different games, and it's easy to do if you use your thumb. You can kind of press down and hit them both, and you do your special move. However, you cannot do that on this game. You actually have to press A slightly before you hit B. So if you're using your thumb, you kind of have to do a roll. You have to start, you know, hitting A and then rolling over to B. And I don't know, and again, maybe this was my fault or whatever. When I play, I use a dog bone controller. Anyone who's used a dog bone controller knows that the buttons are slightly at an angle like they would be on a Super Nintendo. So, I don't know why, but trying to do that with this controller, rolling my finger and hitting the other button, seemed to be a little bit harder. I guess if I had been using a regular NES controller, the buttons are side by side in the box style, maybe it wouldn't have been that hard, but I don't know, it's weird. So it was very tiring doing this. Yeah, I know there's limitations too to the special moves, like if you're near walls and stuff, like Raphael won't go in a certain direction if you're too close to a wall, but like I said. So anyways, that's just covering the bases on that, so. Yeah, I guess this too, in case no one's familiar with it, this is part, or Benny kind of thought this up in part from the Red Swayze challenge, which he did on Turtles 1, and he actually kind of did something like this on a run on Turtles 2. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was similar. So that's kind of where this came from. I don't remember if I beat him without dying. No, of course, no. As soon as I would say that, it fucking happens. I have beat him before without dying. It's not probably as hard as you would think. He's pretty easy. The hard part is getting through the level, just because it takes, you gotta know where they all spawn, and you gotta just kind of place yourself correctly and everything like that. So, but the first level, realistically, you should be able to get through with only losing 1 life. But if you can't do that, then you may want to practice until you can, because the rest of the stages get a bit harder. All right, just to let you know too, the extra lives work a little strange, or I don't know, not consistently at least. So you get one at 50,000, you will get one at 100,000, then after 100,000 you will not get another one until 200,000. I have not ever been above like 220 before, so I don't know if it goes back to like 250, 300, or you have to wait until like 300, or maybe even more than 300, I don't know. But I think it would have been nice to leave it a consistent 50,000. I don't know why they decided to change it. So for this section, you just watch where I'm at right there. Just stay at the bottom. It's a lot easier than dealing with some of this shit. And also too, when there's another section where there's a bunch of these mines, do the same thing. Now the key to this is, there is one section I know of when those guys, the foot soldiers jumping out of the water, where they'll actually hit you if you're in the far right corner. So you may want to try to save up right here, of course. So you may want to save some energy. So try to, with your special attack, maybe take out 2 to 3 of them at a time so that you'll have enough energy at this point. So it's a little bit of a conservation going on there. As you can see, I mean, you could go up top if you want, but this is a lot easier to avoid that. I haven't really played this level with anyone other than Raphael, but I do believe that, like for instance, coming up here is these like gunships that are in the air, or helicopters, or whatever they are. They're a little hard to hit because they're a little bit elevated off the ground, and of course Raphael's move is particularly, you know, it's more just like more for like ground units. You can hit these guys because you have to roll your thumb for your special attack. You can actually kind of adjust the height at which you start. So if you slow your timing down from rolling A to B, you can make him, like what I just did there, you can kind of make him jump, or that attack start higher into the air, and it can take those guys easier. Raphael, I don't think, or not Raphael, Leonardo cannot do that because he spins, so you might have to wait until those things come down. Michelangelo would probably work fine because he jumps up in the air, and Donatello's I think will work fine. But as far as Raph, you just want to do that. And really, I mean, I don't know. I could be wrong, but in the ones that I have used, I think Raphael, for the most part, is your go-to guy in this. Mainly because his attack allows you to stay out of range of most of the bosses throughout the level. Now, there is one boss that I know of that you don't want to use Raph, and I'll get to that when we get to it. But for the most part, I would just stick to him. Or kind of Donatello, but I don't know. Donatello's move is, I don't know, maybe not quite as effective as Raphael's. At least to me. I just got an extra life too as well, since I hit 50,000. In this section, yeah, see that? I mean, that was stupid. How the fuck I died right there? That's beyond me. But I don't know what else. What are you gonna do? The one thing I've noticed about this game too is you want to save your lives for the bosses. I mean, really, with practice, I think you can get through all of these levels without dying from the actual like foot soldiers and shit. I mean, it should be fairly easy if you practice enough on it. The bosses, they have their own patterns, and sometimes they can be questionable, so that's where you want to save your lives for. And you know, knowing when to switch turtles if you do die in the middle of a level can be important, because you can do them with any ones, but there are some that will be a lot easier. This one in particular works really good with Raphael because he does a lot of stationary moves. So he'll do this bit right here so that he allows you to go back and forth out of range. And especially when he does this run from left to right, Raphael's move is perfect for staying out of the way of it. And then later when he gets this pipe up there, it's even better because, again, you can stay out of range. Where something like Leonardo's, where he'd be stationary, probably wouldn't work quite as good. See, like, that was a really good, for me, I mean, this guy usually I'll lose a life on, but that was a really good run for me, at least. But then again, I lost, like, another life earlier, so it canceled itself out. Also, too, you can get some pretty good bonuses for time. if you're gonna try to do it fast enough. You know, I mean, obviously some people may not be able to do this if they're going fast, but I think it's better off to go faster. So you get that extra time. It gives you a better chance of getting these extra lives back quicker. I'm kind of interested too to know whether or not I could beat this game without doing the specials, of course, like how well that would work. I don't know. I'm gonna have to spend more time on this game. It's pretty good. This guy's always kind of hit or miss. Ah, see, I just fucked it up. See that? I don't know. Sometimes I have trouble getting the damn move to work. It's cost me some life there. I guess the key to this stage, you want to try to get to, not Mega Turtle. I don't know what the hell it's Slash, or I don't know. Maybe his name's Slash. Maybe it's not. You want to try to get to him before you lose a life, because shortly after you beat him, he's got the mini boss for this level. You'll get a pizza, which will fill your life up completely. So that will save you a lot. And plus, too, I will say this: if you do die, which I typically always die once in this stage, you want to do it with Leonardo. Now, why do I say that? Because when you get to this final boss, there's a way to get through him very, very quickly. And I mean, there could be better ways to do it, but I don't know. This is pretty damn easy. So Raphael is a little harder because it's Bebop. He moves around a little bit more, and he's got a longer range weapon. So to me, it's a little harder to keep him getting hit. So I would use Leonardo. I think Donatello could probably do the same thing too. I'm just not sure. I've never used him before. Like, see right here, this is good for Raphael because he can, when this motherfucker does those left to right runs, you can stay clear of it. Yeah, I didn't mean to do that. There was 2 other hits, but oh well. I mean, I would have got him anyways. So here's the pizza. Be your saving grace there if you just beat him without any life. The only thing I would say, I would probably use Leonardo more because I think he's probably one of the best, with Michelangelo being the worst because of that damn kick. You run the risk of falling off. But the main problem I have with Leonardo is, I can't remember the colors. It's one of the color guys. I want to say it's the like the tan or the yellow guys. These guys, they don't seem to want to stay in range very well, so they'll kind of get away from you, and that could be a problem when you're trying to hit. When you got to get close to them to hit them. So I don't know. They're the only ones that Leonardo seems to have a little bit of trouble getting. These guys are always pretty easy. Okay. Watch where I go placement here. Alright, stay right up at the truck. And just keep doing this. Pretty much take them out, no problem. See? Very easy. Any other way, you might take a few hits and maybe a little bit harder to do, but yeah, that's the best one to do. So that's the only time you're going to see me switch from Raphael to another turtle. There goes stage 3C, time 137. That's a pretty nice bonus. I want to say I died on level 5. Almost got to the last guy, but I messed it up. But I'm doing pretty good right now. 5 lives, it's pretty good for this stage. I'm about to get in, well, I'll get a 6-1 here in about another 70,000. This is a fairly easy stage. I don't remember being really anything too terribly crazy on this. It's a little long, but nothing crazy. But knowing that, saying that, I'll probably fuck up. Oh, these are what I'm talking about. These guys, see, they seem to like want to get a distance from you because they got their projectile weapon. So it makes it tougher to with Leonardo to get close to him sometimes to get to hit him with his special. I don't know if there's too much else to say about this right now. I mean, I guess there's some tips or something, but really, you could probably just watch them and figure it out. You really have to kind of memorize some of these placements for these guys if you want to be able to get through without any real problems. There, see, that was stupid. I mean, why did I fucking die from that? What was I thinking? I don't know, whatever. Anyways, this is much better to easier to do with Raph than it is Leo. I think I saw another guy, Jeff. I think it's Jeff Mackins. I never know. I don't know if I can ever say his name right, but anyways, I think I saw him do it with mainly Donatello, which was kind of interesting because Donatello's special is weird. It's like a fly through the air, twirl, and then come down. Like I mean, he slashes down for his final one, so it's like he's vulnerable at the end of that hit. So I don't know if I'd want to use that. And it seems to be a little bit slow. Raphael's is a lot quicker. So I don't know. I don't know if I would do that, but he seemed to have pretty good success with it. This is also a very long playthrough for a game. I want to say I've seen people do like no death runs online for this, and they're going like 45 minutes. It's like, God damn, this is a pretty long game. Nintendo, maybe it's just me. I'm used to Nintendo games being rather short, so this is kind of like abnormally long. But then again, I don't really know how long the other games are too. So I don't know, maybe I'm just bitching about nothing. Yeah, I forgot. These guys are kind of new and they're a pain in the ass. Another enemy right there that's a little bit harder to get with Leo, because they want to do that dive bomb type thing. See if I make any more bonehead mistakes here. I probably do. Yeah, I should have got all three of them there. I don't know. Sometimes you get lucky to get 3 of them at a time. These guys are a pain in the ass. I think they caused me a death later in this game. Yeah, right. See, I gotta stop saying that shit, because when I say it, that's when it happens. See, I should have been clear of that. I don't understand how that hit me, but I don't know, whatever. Fucking, I'm not gonna get all pissed about it. But yeah, that was just stupid. Should have got it. You're kind of like right here. I mean, I was right here at the end. I don't know the boss's name here. I think he's a mole. I don't know if he was on the show or not. These days the show is see there again, right fucking there. See, that's the kind of shit that pisses me off. I did really good all the way to the rest of the fucking levels, and then I fuck up right there. You shitting me? But if I remember correctly, I don't lose a life to the mole. So I don't know. Maybe that's good. Maybe it's bad. But fuck it. I could have. You know, I could have had an extra life. Whatever. Fuck, I'm not even gonna... Okay. There you go, see? That was a good run on him. Where was that other fucking life that I had? $103 wasn't too bad. I'm just like looking at, now I'm just waiting for when I fuck up next on something stupid. This is level I definitely was like, just lost a bunch of shit over nothing. I will say though, this is a little bit harder because it gets narrow and you got these these different like layers, so to speak. And with this, like for instance, if you're on the top there and you try to kill somebody in the water, you'll go over top of their heads. But what's worse is when you come out of your special, you can land like right on top of them and then they hit you. Or, like for instance, this is hard to get there in this corridor. I didn't know that they were going to be coming out from the right side, so I should have. You want to like go in that direction, like right there. See, that's the proper way to do it. But I didn't know that, so I take a hit. And then when you get, sometimes you get in here, it's hard to get them because of the way that works. It's a small area to attack. I will say this works terrific for these machines that come out of there. Like this right here, that's perfect. I just stand there and don't even have to worry about it. I think on one run I made the mistake of choosing Michelangelo here, and it was fucking piss poor. Did not work well at all. I want to say coming up here again, I lose another life. Oh yeah, for these fuckers that slide. Oh wait, I guess not. Maybe it was a kick. I thought there was one I got. See, that was dumb. Again, had I known they were coming out, I would not have taken that hit. Yeah, here's the fuckers that slide. See, what the shit is that? don't know why it took me so long to get this one. I don't know what was different than any of the other attacks I ever did, but whatever. See? Shit. Doing that stupid move cost me that right there. Alright, we're getting close to the end of this run here. God, look at this. Fuck. Jesus, I've been playing this game for 25 minutes. Yeah, I think it's... See that these guys are somehow... Yeah, right there! See, I should... Had I done the move right there, we wouldn't have been fine. See, that was such a fucking lame way to end this. Whatever. Anyways, that's the challenge. Glad I'm done with it. I don't know if I'll ever go back to it. It's kind of a pain in the ass, but it was fun, and thanks for Benevolent Dick for putting this out there to do. And like I said, I think Jeff Mackins also did this as well, so... if you want to look at some good runs of those two, check those two out.